The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
Good afternoon and welcome to Averett Softball here on the Averett Sports Network. I'm Drew Wilson, Sports Information Director, and we're getting ready to get started in Game 1 of today's doubleheader between Averett University and Greensboro College here live from Cougar Field at Danville, Virginia on Averett's North Campus. Beautiful day for softball, a little chilly, but sun is out, and we are ready to get started. We'll get to the starting lineups here in just a second. A little windy today, wind gusting right now from right to left field. We'll see if that changes as we go along. Cougars wearing their gold jerseys, navy pants. Greensboro in the black tops and white pants. We are underway here. Taylor Bailey getting the start for the Cougars in the circle. And first pitch is a ball to Callie Puckett. Second pitch in there for strike one. Greensboro comes in to today's game with a 6-5 overall record. Puckett leading off and playing second base. Melissa Garcia in right field. Kaylee Johnson behind the plate. Haley Rumley at third base as the 1-1 pitch misses inside. Cassie Collins is the DP. Mandy Ballard at first base. Brittany Rush in left field. Madison Crisco in center field. Taylor Little at shortstop. And Haley Tickle pitching today for the Pride. 2-1 count to Puckett. And ball's chopped back to Taylor Bailey. She'll easily throw over to first base. Cawthon has a little trouble finding the bag with her foot, but she manages to get it. And that'll be one out as Puckett is retired. So that'll bring up Melissa Garcia. First pitch, fouled. Right back to the catcher. Defensively for the Cougars, you have Taylor Bailey pitching, Mackenzie Barrett behind the plate, Caitlin Airheron at third base, Jessica Long at shortstop. Over at second base, Casey Cook. At first base, Nicole Cawthon. 0-1 pitch, and that one misses in the dirt outside. The outfield for the Cougars defensively. Essence Pulliam in left field, Taylor Hodges in center field, and Samantha Hall in right field. 1-1 is the count to Melissa Garcia. Ball, check swing over to shortstop, and that'll be a hit. Just a slow roller, and Jessica Long couldn't quite get to it in time, and even though the throw was dropped at first base, Garcia was already there safe. So Greensboro gets their first runner on the board. That'll bring up the catcher, Kaylee Johnson. Johnson shows bunt, pulls back, runner down, going down. And she slides behind the tag. hard to tell from this angle. Throw looked like it beat her down, but a good slide toward the back side of the bag allowed Garcia to reach. So that's a stolen base. Pitch was a ball, so 1-0 is the count. That one right down Main Street for strike one. Ball hit foul, and we'll get out of play. And hits the dugout on the first base side. Averett 6-8 on the season. Both teams opening USA South Conference play here today. One-two pitch and misses high. Cougars coming off a pair of losses to Lynchburg College on the road on Thursday. Greensboro picked up a 6-5 win over Guilford College on Wednesday. The second half of that doubleheader was postponed due to weather. And fastball misses inside. That'll make the count full. Pitch on the way, and that one's fouled over to Ahearn at third base. So we'll try it again. Still full count with one out here in the top of the first inning. And that one misses, so will be a walk for Johnson. So that's two aboard for Haley Rumley. Rumley leading the team with a .543 batting average so far this season. So if you're the Pride, this is the person you wanted to play with two runners aboard. That one misses low and outside for ball one. Runners are going, and they're going to get the lead runner out at third base, so Garcia is retired. So that ball shot back to Bailey, and she throws over to first base, and the Cougars quickly get out of the jam. And we'll go to the bottom half of the first inning. When we come back, 0-0 is your score here on the Averett Sports Network. And welcome back here on the Averett Sports Network. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. And the Cougars now at the plate. Senior All-American Jessica Long will start things off for the Cougars. Averett's lineup today in their batting order. You got Long leading off, Samantha Hall batting second, Caitlin Ahearn third, Casey Cook fourth, followed by Andrea Grant, Taylor Bailey, Nicole Coughlin, Essence Pulliam, and Taylor Hodges. Good bunt down the first base line by Long, and she will be safe with a bunt single to get things going for the Cougars.
Now batting number 2, Samantha Hall.
So that'll bring up Samantha Hall. Would not be surprised to see Long take off on the first pitch. Get a runner in scoring position. Long fakes like she's going, but she stays put, and the first pitch to Hall is a ball. One-0 pitch, and a little fly ball, and will be a double play. Oh, I guess that ball hopped. I thought it was in the air. Oh, no, okay. I was correct. It was a pop-up. Thought I missed something there. So it is a double play. So that'll bring up Caitlin Ahearn here with 2 outs. First pitch, a strike to Ahearn. Ahearn takes that one, and that one misses outside. Ahearn, one of the solid freshmen on this Cougar team, batting .326 on the season with a team-high 18 RBIs. Ball misses outside. I traveled with the team last weekend down to Cary, North Carolina, the Triangle Classic, and Ahearn hit a bomb against the number 11 team in the country, Emory. The ball cleared the center field fence by easily 10 feet. 3-1 count now. So the freshman definitely has some power. Pitch, that one in there for a strike. Greensboro starter Haley Tickle, 2-3 on the season. The payoff pitch from Tickle, and that one's hit out to deep center field. Going back is Crisco, and she makes the catch for the third out. So both teams get runner aboard but can't get anything going. So we're still scoreless as we go to the second inning and we come back here on the Averett Sports Network. And welcome back as we go to the top of the second inning. Cassie Collins leads things off for Greensboro. And she looks at strike one. That ball trickles out to shortstop, and Long makes the easy play for out number one.
Now batting number 19, Mandy Ballard.
I'll bring up Mandy Ballard. Ballard having a solid season so far. This is her 12th start. Batting .343 on the year with 11 RBIs. That's second on the team. That pitch by Taylor Bailey. A little wild and outside. The ball fouled back to the net over on the third base dugout side. So 1-1 the count here with one out. Bailey with the pitch, and off-speed pitch misses low. Bailey having a pretty good start in her freshman year. This ball chopped out to Long. She fields it on two hops, throws high, but Cawthon reaches up and gets it for out number two. Just this past week, Taylor Bailey was named the USA South USA South Pitcher of the Week and USA South Rookie Pitcher of the Week. Second time this season that the Cougars have swept both pitching awards in the same week. Good play on the ground out by Brittany Rush on the first pitch that she saw. And that'll end things for the Pride here in the top of the second inning. We'll go to the bottom half when we come back. Still scoreless. And we're back here for the bottom of the second inning. Still scoreless between Greensboro and Averett. Leading off for the Cougars will be Casey Cook, freshman second baseman. First pitch from Tickle is strike right across the plate. Cook having a solid freshman season as well, batting .310 with 9 RBIs. She crushes that one, but it's foul down the third base line. Cook had a stellar weekend this past weekend. I mentioned the Cary tournament. She brought in both runs in the win over Piedmont Sunday morning, and also had I think drove in at least 1 or 2 more runs against Emory. 0-2 count, and that one misses just outside. Cook, one of the local products out of Dan River High School. And she laces one down the third base line, down the left field line, and she'll stop at first base. Good job by the left fielder Rush to get that ball in quickly. So the Cougars get their leadoff runner on. That'll bring up Andrea Grant. Grant having pretty good season as well so far. Has hit the ball well when she's made contact. Has 2 home runs, including, I believe she had one against Lynchburg on Thursday. First pitch, and it hits the inside corner for strike 1. And she takes another strike, throw down to first base, not in time. As Cook gets back plenty of time, so 0-2 the count to Grant. Pitch on the way, and that one misses. Another throw down to first base, Cook back in time. Grant seeing time in the lineup today as the DP, but she's a little bit of a utility player. Has played third base a little bit this season when she's not in the DP spot. She also has been a catcher in the past as well. And another ball. Cook goes down over at first base. Pride keeping an eye on Cook. As Kaylee Johnson's made a few throws down there. Cook hasn't really seemed like she was making the move to go to second, though. And this ball's popped up behind the plate. And Johnson unable to hang on to it. Looked like the sun might have gotten in her eyes a little bit. Mandy Ballard also came in on the play and almost caught the ricochet off of Johnson's glove. That would have been a spectacular play. But Grant still alive, 2-2 the count. And she looks at strike 3 for the out. That'll bring up Taylor Bailey.
Now batting number 6, Taylor Bailey.
For Bailey, this is her first career at bat, if I'm looking at the stats correctly. She has been flexed most of the times when she's been pitching. That one misses for a ball. Greensboro very concerned about Cook down at first base. Cook, 0 stolen base attempts on the year. 1-0 pitch. Ball outside. Another throw down to first base. Two and 0 the count. That last pitch was a ball. And Bailey pops out one out of play over our heads in the press box. Due up next is Nicole Cawthon. One, two, the count to Bailey. And she fouls out back to the net to even the count. 2-2 pitch, and this one's popped up foul territory behind first base, and Ballard makes the catch for out number 2. That'll bring up Nicole Cauthen.
Now batting number 21, Nicole Cauthen.
Cauthen with 4 hits and 1 RBI on the season. Her 13th game, 10th start of the year. Cauthen got a lot of the playing time to start the season at first base with junior Amanda Wright battling an injury. Wright is back, though, but just not in the starting lineup for today's first game. And Cauthen looks at the strike on the outside corner. Cauthen, a lefty from Belmont, North Carolina, and she hits this one to the first baseman, Ballard, who grabs it, steps on the bag for the third out. So the Cougars get the leadoff runner aboard, but can't move her, and we're still scoreless through 2 innings. We'll be back here on the Averett Sports Network. And we're back here on the Averett Sports Network. Still scoreless as we go to
For the Pride, number 18, Madison
top of the 3rd inning. Madison Crisco will lead things off for the Pride. Showing bunt, but she'll pull that back and take ball 1 low from Bailey. So ball 1. This ball chopped fair over to Ahearn. She'll throw over to first base for the first out. So Crisco retired. That'll bring up Taylor Little.
Now batting number 1, Taylor Little.
Little batting it in the 9 hole today for the Pride. That pitch misses outside as catcher Mackenzie Barrett tried to frame it. This ball hit down the first baseline, but goes foul. One the count here with 1 out. As Taylor Little steps back in. That pitch misses as well. Two-one pitch and swung on a miss for strike two. That one misses high. That'll make the count full. Payoff pitch and hit over in the hole to shortstop, and long throw not in time, and will be an infield single. Little put it right in the perfect spot.
Now batting number 5, Callie Puckett.
So she's aboard here with one out. And Greensboro gets back to the top of their lineup with Callie Puckett stepping in, the second baseman. Grounded out, I believe, in her first at bat. And she fouls off a bunt attempt for strike one. She laid down the bunt. That one's foul as well, as Barrett able to grab it while it was still in the batter's box before it got into fair territory. So that'll be 2 strikes on Puckett. This pitch outside. Ball finds a hole through the right side. And that'll move a little up to second base.
That was in the coach's head on that one.
Now batting number 4, Melissa Garcia.
So with 2 aboard, that'll bring up Melissa Garcia. Garcia got a hit back in the first inning. The lefty steps in again. Here with 1 out in the top of the 3rd inning. Pitch. And the bunt is fouled. Looks like Greensboro is going to play a little small ball and try to bunt the runners over. Trading out for 2 runners in scoring position instead of just 1 runner in scoring position. Kaylee Johnson is due up next for the Pride. And drops down the bunt, and they will go to first base. It'll be a 1-4 put out on the sacrifice bunt.
Now batting number 6, Kaylee Johnson.
So that's 2 outs. We'll bring up Kaylee Johnson. Johnson walked in her first plate appearance of the day. First pitch is a strike from Bailey. Oh, 1 pitch, and that one's in the dirt for ball 1. Cougars trying to escape this inning without giving up a run. 1-1 pitch, and that one in there for another strike. Good inside pitch location by Bailey. One-two pitch, and that one misses outside. That'll even the count. Two-two pitch, and this one popped out of play over the backstop as Johnson stays alive. And that one misses low for ball 3. So Johnson hanging in there. Due up next would be Haley Rumley for the Pride. Three-two pitch from Bailey, and this one's popped up into at shortstop. Jessica Long underneath it for the third out. So the Greensboro gets 2 runners in scoring position, but Averett gets out of the jam unhurt. And we're still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the third inning. When we come back, you're watching Averett Softball here on the Averett Sports Network. And we're back here on the Averett Sports Network's coverage of Averett softball. We go to the bottom half of the third inning. Greensboro Averett still tied 0-0. Essence Pulliam will lead things off for the Cougars. It's her first at bat of the day. And looked like she was showing one, but pulled back and takes ball 1. Pulliam, a sophomore out of Chase City, Virginia, just down the road. And she crushes this one into into left field. And ball just kind of died. And Rush makes the catch for out number 1. Coming off the bat, that one looked like it struck with some power and just got up there and died in the air. So that'll bring up Taylor Hodges. Little chop swing over to second base, and Hodges almost beats it out, but it will be a 4-3 put out on the play for out number 2. So the Cougars go back to the top of their lineup, and Jessica Long steps in. Long, the senior from nearby Prospect Hill, North Carolina. And she'll look at strike one. Long having a strong senior season so far. Been USA South Player of the Week twice. Batting .468. Little chopper down to shortstop. Throw over to first base. Not in time, and Long will beat it out for a 2-out single.
Now batting number 2, Samantha Hall.
So that'll bring up Samantha Hall. Hall popped into a double play. Back in her first at bat, a little liner to the shortstop. She'll drop down the nice bunt here to third, and she just gets beat by the throw by about a step. So Hall unable to beat it out, and that'll be the third out for the Cougars. And we'll still be scoreless as we head to the fourth inning here at Cougar Field. You're watching Averett Softball here on the Averett Sports Network. And we're back here for the top of the fourth inning. Haley Rumley will lead things off for Greensboro. Rumley, the cleanup hitter in today's lineup. She'll take a ball low from Taylor Bailey. Rumley grounds it out in her first plate appearance. And that one just misses the inside corner, so 2 balls, 0 strikes. If you're just joining us today, thanks for joining us here on the Averett Sports Network's coverage of today's softball doubleheader. As Taylor Bailey finds the strike zone there. Had a good game so far. Both teams have had some runners on and in scoring position, but unable to get them around. That ball crushed, but goes foul. It's also Alumni Day here at Cougar Field for Averett. Team honored a few of its past players that were able to make it to today's game. 2-2 pitch on the way, and that one misses outside. Full count. Brumley stays alive, chops that one foul over to the Cougars dugout. Pitch and hit out to shortstop. Good play by Long to scoop that one up, and she throws over to first base for the out.
Now batting number 17, Cassie Collins.
That'll bring up the DP, Cassie Collins. That pitch high from Bailey. In line with Alumni Day, I'd like to send a special shout out and thank you to one of our softball alumni, Emily Dunford, who is overseas, I believe, serving the country in the Coast Guard, as this ball hit out to deep center field, gets caught up in the wind, and it will be a one-out double by Collins.
Now batting number 19, Mandy Ballard.
So that'll bring up the first baseman, Mandy Ballard. Runner in scoring position for Ballard, and she looks at strike one. That ball hit out into the gap. Almost a good diving catch by Samantha Hall. Unable to get to it, though, and then drops in for a single.
Now batting number 24, Brittany Rush.
So runners on the corners with one out for Brittany Rush. And it looks like we will have time called. Probably a pinch runner coming on. Looks like Nicole Wallace will take over the running duties at third base for the Pride.
Now running for the Pride, number 11, Nicole Wallace.
So runners on the corners. Rush at the plate. She's showing bunt. We'll see if she goes with it. No, she'll pull it back and takes a ball high. And nearly get Rush going to second. Or excuse me, Ballard going to second. She was trying to slow play that steal and draw a throw. So will be a stolen base. Ball hit out to the shortstop. Long looks the runner back. Throw over to first base in time, and they get out number two. Good play by the senior Long to look back the pinch runner, Wallace, at third and keep her there. A lot of times you'll see maybe infielder just get that ball and quickly throw to first base because it's not a whole lot of time on a small softball field. But she's able to make that play, and 2 outs. And the first pitch to Madison Crisco is a strike. Greensboro had runners on second and third last inning. Averett was able to get out of the jam. We'll see if they can do that again here in the top of the fourth. Pitch from Bailey hits the outside corner for strike two. Oh, and 2 the count to Crisco. Crisco showing bunt. She'll pull it back, and that one in the dirt for ball one. One-two pitch, and that one just missed high. You hear the crowd moaning, thinking that should have been strike three. It looked a little high from our angle up here in the press box. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Pitch, little chopper down to first base. Cawthon will field it and step on first for the 3rd out. So the Cougars get out of a jam again here, and we're still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching Averett softball here on the Averett Sports Network. And we're back here on the Averett Sports Network. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Kaylin Ahearn will lead things off for the Cougars. We're scoreless here between Averett and Greensboro. That ball misses. One-0 pitch, and that one just missed. Good pitch. As the Greensboro fans not happy about that one. Two-0 pitch, misses high, so 3-0 the count here to Ahearn. And that one, strike one, as Ahearn taken all the way.
She doesn't do that on the bus ride up the back.
I thought it was a fan.
Oh, was it a fan? Oh, I thought it was a player.
Pitch on the way and fouled back to the backstop. So 3-2 count to Ahearn.
Hey, what's up, David?
So full count to Ahearn. Pitch on the way and popped up to deep center field. That one's going back. Drops in on the warning track, and Ahearn will stop at second base with a double. So Ahearn gets things going here for the Cougars in the top of the 4th inning.
Now batting number 17, Casey Cook.
That'll bring up Casey Cook. So Cook steps in, runner in scoring position. She'll drop down the bunt, but it will roll foul. She'll come back and probably try to do it again. Oh, 1 pitch on the way, and this one hit out to left field. That's trouble. And that one falls in. It will be a base hit, and Cook will get to second on the double. Great attempt there by Brittany Rush. We'll see what they rule that. So we'll be ruled an error. It looked like Rush had it and then just lost it. That'll bring up Andrea Grant. So no outs. 2 runners in scoring position for the Cougars. Andrea Grant at the plate. She'll foul that one back to the backstop for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Misses high for a ball. Pitch on the way, and this one lined right to the shortstop, and it will turn into a double play. Just unfortunate for the Cougars. Zay Heron has doubled off at third base. Not much you can do about that.
Taylor Bailey.
So that'll bring up Taylor Bailey. Bailey fouls that one back. Out of play. Oh, 1 the count to Bailey. Ball misses inside. One the count. This ball fouled back out of play. That one misses outside, so 2-2 the count. Pitch on the way and misses high, so full count. Payoff pitch, and the ball hit to the gap over on the right side. And they're going to say the runner is safe at third, so good job by Casey Cook to get in under the tag on the fielder's choice. And the Cougars have runners on the corners. And the Greensboro head coach, Teresa Pfister, going out to talk about it and ask for a second opinion. I thought she was underneath the tag from our vantage point. Wasn't a forced play, so Cook had to be tagged out. And they will still go with the safe ruling on the play. So that'll bring up Nicole Cawthon here with 2 outs and runners on the corners for the Cougars. Pitch on the way, and that one in there for a strike.
On non-conference, doubleheaders or something.
Oh, it's a doubleheader.
0-1 pitch, hit up the middle, and Cawthon will drive in the first run of the day as Casey Cook scores from third. And the Cougars take a 1-0 lead on Greensboro. Good piece of hitting by the freshman. And the Cougars have the lead. So that'll bring up Essence Pulliam here with 2 runners still aboard for the Cougars. You got Bailey at second base, Cawthon at first base. First pitch to Pulliam, and will be a strike. Good off-speed pitch. Pulliam fouled out in her first at bat. That pitch misses high and outside. Coming into today, Pulliam was batting .263 on the year. She drops down a bunt, but a good fielding play by the pitcher, Tickle, for the third out. But not before the Cougars grab a 1-0 lead on Greensboro. We go to the top of the 5th when we come back. Averett leads the Pride 1-0 here on the Averett Sports Network. And welcome back. We go to the top of the 5th inning here on the Averett Sports Network. Averett leads Greensboro 1-0. After that RBI single by Nicole Cawthon in the bottom of the 4th. So Taylor Bailey given the lead here. And first pitch is a strike to Taylor Little. Oh, 1 pitch. Misses for a ball. So 1-1 count here to Little. Bailey's pitch, and that one ball screamer down the line. Ahern with a great job to scoop that one up and throw over to first base for out number 1.
Now batting number 5, Callie Puckett.
I told Sam about that going down to when we went to the Methodist football game at the end of the year. And like, she lagged for about 30, 45 minutes.
So that'll bring up Callie Puckett, the leadoff batter for the Pride. And that one in there for strike 1. Puckett, so far today, is 1 for 2. Had a single and also grounded out. 0-1 pitch and a little grounder in no man's land over to third base. Good job by Ahern to charge that ball, but just couldn't get there in time. And Puckett will get a single.
Now batting number 4, Melissa Garcia.
So with 1 out and 1 aboard, that'll bring up Melissa Garcia. Garcia 1 for 1. Also had a sacrifice bunt. Pitch, little grounder back to the pitcher, and Bailey will go to first base for the easy out. Didn't rush for the double play attempt. So she chooses the safe out, but Greensboro now has a runner in scoring position for Kaylee Johnson. That one hits the outside corner for strike 1. Oh, 0-1 pitch, and that one misses. Not much different from the last location, but was a little bit outside and a little low as well. One pitch, and that one chopped foul. One, 2 is the count to Johnson. Pitch on the way, and foul misses low and outside. Two counts, and ball popped up in foul territory. And Mackenzie Barrett able to make the play, running towards the Greensboro dugout for out number 3. So Greensboro gets a runner in scoring position, but Averett gets out of it, and they still hold on to a 1-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network. We're back here for the bottom of the 5th inning. Leading things off for the Cougars is Taylor Hodges, center fielder for the Cougars. 0 for 1 today after grounding out in her first plate appearance. She drops down the bunt, right back to the pitcher. Quick throw to first and in time for out number 1. So that'll go back to the top of the lineup for the Cougars. Jessica Long. Long 2 for 2 today. Two-time All-American steps in. Little grounder to shortstop. Little with the throw over to first in time. And they will erase Long for out number 2. That'll bring up Samantha Hall.
Now batting number 2, Samantha Hall.
Hall 0 for 2. Hall drops down the bunt. Throw by the third baseman in time. Good job by Haley Rumley. Good quick throw on that play, and that gets Greensboro out of the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll go to the 6th when we come back. You're watching the Averett Sports Network. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Averett leads Greensboro 1-0. At the plate, it's Haley Rumley. And she hits one foul down the left field line. Cougars chase after, but unable to get to it. So that'll be strike number 1. Rumley 0 for 2 with a pair of ground outs so far today. Oh, 1 pitch, and that one in the dirt for ball 1. Time called. One count. Pitch misses for ball. Pitch misses high.
Relocated the stadium. They want to build a new stadium. Yeah. They would like to build a new stadium for the Braves. Yeah, right down there where the warehouse is. I mean, that's the only place I could think of.
3-1 pitch popped up into center field. Taylor Hodges underneath it for out number 2.
Now batting number 17, Cassie Collins.
I'll bring up Cassie Collins, the DP. High pitch for ball 1. Collins 1 for 2 today with a double. She crushed the ball to deep center field in her last at-bat. That one misses low for ball 2. Pitch on the way, misses outside, so 3 balls, no strikes. And Bailey finds a strike zone, and she tries to battle back from the 3-0 hole. So 3-1 the count to Collins. Pitch, chopper right back down to Bailey. Able to snag it out of the air and throw over to first base for out number 2. Good play by the freshman.
Now batting number 19, Mandy Ballard.
That'll bring up Mandy Ballard. 1 for 2 today. Pitch misses low and inside for ball 1. One 0 pitch, fouled away. Pitch on the way, a little grounder up the middle. Jessica Long unable to get to it, and will be a hit for Ballard. Long just couldn't quite range over there in time, and that'll put 1 on a board here for the Pride with 2 outs. Brittany Rush steps into the plate. Ball chop foul. Oh, 1 pitch, misses outside. Wind still whipping around in the outfield. See the flag going back and forth, blowing straight out to dead center field right now. Having gusts up to 12 miles an hour. And that one hits the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here to Rush. And that one way high. Even the count. Good crowd here today at Cougar Field. Both Averett fans and Greensboro fans here to see today's conference doubleheader. And a little chopper down to third. Ahearn gets it and throws to first base for the third out. So the Cougars allow one hit, but they erase it. And they take that 1-0 lead to the bottom of the sixth inning. When we come back, you're watching Averett Softball on the Averett Sports Network. And we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Averett holding on to a 1-0 lead against Greensboro here in Game 1 of our USA South doubleheader. Kaylin Ahearn steps in. Ball fouled out of play to the left side. Ahearn playing at third base has made some solid defensive plays over there today. Also doing a good job with the bat. 1 for 2 today with a double. Ball misses out low and outside for ball 1. Tickle with the 1-1 pitch. And that one misses outside as well. 2-1 the count. Pitch on the way and chop foul down the first baseline. Aaron, one of 4 freshmen in the lineup today for the Cougars. Two-two pitch, and the off-speed pitch fouled out of play. Hits the roof of the press box. And that one misses just low. Greensboro fans not happy about that one. So full count to Ahearn. Tickle in the circle. Payoff pitch and chopped to the first baseman. Great play by Ballard. Had to reach up and grab that one. Step on first base for out number 1. That'll bring up Casey Cook. Cook 1 for 2 today. Scored the lone run so far. Cook hits this one down to third base. And the throw over by Rumley for out number 2. So 2 quick outs
Now batting number
for
15,
Averett.
Andrea
That'll bring up Andrea Grant. Grant 0 for 2. Little pop up to the pitcher, and she'll catch it for the out, and that'll do things for the Cougars. They are 3 outs away from taking game 1 of today's doubleheader. We'll see if they can do it when we go to the top of the 7th inning right here on the Averett Sports Network. Back here for the top of the 7th inning. Averett holding on to a 1-0 lead on Greensboro here in game 1 of today's doubleheader. Greensboro down to their last 3 outs unless they can do something here. Madison Crisco will lead things off for the Pride, and she'll look at ball 1. Not a bad pitch from Bailey. Must have just missed inside. One 0 pitch, and bunted foul. Crisco tried the drag bunt. So Crisco will step back in. 1-1 the count. So Greensboro trying to get something going here in the bottom, or excuse me, in the top of the 7th inning. Pitch on the way and grounder down to first base. Coffin gets it before it goes foul. She'll step on the bag for out number 1. And the Cougars 1 step closer to a victory here in game 1. So with 1 out, that'll bring up Taylor Little. 1 for 2 today with a single. Pitch on the way and misses outside for ball 1. Taylor Bailey, 3-4 record, looking to even that up here if she can get these last 2 outs. 1-0 pitch in the dirt for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Little. Pitch on the way and in there for strike one. Two one. Hits the outside corner for strike two. After Little, it's the top of the lineup for the Pride. Beginning with Puckett. 2-2 the count. Bailey looks in, gets the signal, and starts the wind up and the pitch, and grounded out to second base. Cook there, a little underhanded toss to first base for out number two. And Greensboro down to its last out.
Now batting number 5, Callie Puckett.
So Callie Puckett steps in. 2 for 3 today. First pitch is outside for ball one. Should Puckett reach, Garcia and Johnson would be right behind her in the order. Bailey looking in. And the pitch, little grounder out to second. Goes right past Cook, and that'll be an E4. So Greensboro is staying alive here. And what would have been the third out. So that'll bring up Melissa Garcia. Looks at strike one. Oh, 1. Here comes the pitch, and just misses outside for ball one. One count. Chopper up the middle. Jessica Long scoops it and throws to first, and that'll be it. And Averett will win game one by a score of 1-0 over Greensboro. As the Cougars improve to 7-8 and 1-0 in the USA South, Greensboro will drop to 6-6, 0-1 in the USA South. Game two will start here in about 30 minutes or so. Enough time for the teams to take a quick break and the umpires to change their gear and switch places. So Taylor Bailey picks up the win. She will improve to 4-4 on the season. Haley Tickle drops to 2-4 on the year in the circle. Our player of the game will be Averett's Nicole Coffin. Came through with the only RBI hit of the game. Her RBI single up the middle, back in the top or in the bottom of the fourth inning, proved to be the difference here, as it scored Cook from third. So that'll be it. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have game two for you. So stay tuned right here on the Averett Sports Network. Hello, everybody, and welcome to live coverage of Averett softball here on the Averett Sports Network. If you're just joining us, we are getting ready for Game 2 of today's USA South doubleheader between the Cougars and the Greensboro College Pride. Averett took the first game 1-0 thanks to an RBI single by freshman Nicole Coffin in the 4th inning, and that was the difference. So see what happens here in Game 2. We will get started momentarily as field crew Jason Farrell is finishing up the lines, and the teams are getting ready to warm up here. And we will be back here shortly with Game 2 of today's doubleheader. Hello, everybody, and welcome to live coverage of Averett softball here on the Averett Sports Network. Getting ready for Game 2 of today's doubleheader. Averett took the first one 1-0 over Greensboro. And Game 2 about to start now as both teams are warming up. Cougars out on the field. Go through the lineups here for Game 2. First for Greensboro in batting order. Haley Rumley will play third base. Melissa Garcia in right field. Kaylee Johnson behind the plate. Cassie Collins is the DP. Mandy Ballard at first base. Brittany Rush in left field. Taylor Little at shortstop. Madison Crisco in center field. And Kaylee Puckett at second base. Maddie Weatherholt will get the start in the circle today in Game 2. So pretty much the same, folks, other than change at pitching for Greensboro. But just a little bit different order. For the Cougars, Jessica Long at shortstop. Samantha Hall in right field. Caitlin Ahearn moves to the circle to pitch. Casey Hook still at second base. Andrea Grant moves to third. Laura Young in DP spots. Nicole Cawthon at first base. Essence Pulliam in left field. Taylor Hodges in center field. Mackenzie Barrett behind the plate in the flex spot. So we are ready for Game 2. First pitch is a fastball that misses inside to Rumley. Thanks for joining us here on the Averett Sports Network as we bring you coverage of today's doubleheader. That one crushed foul down the third base fence side. Kaylin Ahearn getting the start for Game 2 for the Cougars. She comes into today's game with a 3-4 record, splitting time with Taylor Bailey, who picked up the win in Game 1. Both dynamic freshmen for the Cougars, and the off-speed pitch misses. 2-1 the count here to Rumley. Ahearn was named the Rookie of the Week this past week for her offensive output, and she sends that one back to the backstop, a little high. So 3-1 the count. But earlier in the season, she was named the Rookie Pitcher and Pitcher of the Week the same week. 3-1 the count, and this ball popped up into shallow center field. And Casey Cook, the second baseman, ranges out just on the lip of the grass to make the first out.
Now batting number 4, playing right field, Melissa Garcia.
So with one down, that'll bring up Melissa Garcia. The lefty facing the righty Ahearn, and she looks at strike one. Ahearn, a much more powerful pitcher than, say, her counterpart on the Averett Cougars roster, Taylor Bailey. Bailey, more of a finesse pitcher. This one grounded to Andrea Grant. She throws over to first base. Cawthon makes the catch for out number 2. Bailey, not a person that's going to really overpower hitters. Not to say she can't. She does have 15 strikeouts on the season and didn't have any in the first game, which was a victory. Ahearn, 25 strikeouts on the year as Kaylee Johnson at the plate fouls that one out of play behind the press box for strike one. For Ahearn, 2.85 ERA in 8 appearances, including 7 starts. And that one misses a little high for ball 1. Ahearn's pitched 43 and a third innings. And that one, off-speed pitch, looked good. Crowd moaning, but it is called a ball. Probably one of the highlights of Ahearn's career. Got the win over then number 4 Emory University back in the first weekend of the season. Count is 3-1. Ahearn, good victory And battles back and gets strike 2 on that inside corner with a nice fastball. Aaron tortured Emory with pitching the first time she faced them, and then when they faced off again last weekend, she crushed a 2-run home run in that game. Cougars unable to hold on to that lead late, but certainly had a great offensive output. Full count, pitch on the way, a little chopper right back to Ahearn. She'll field it and throw over to first base, forward to the third out. So the Cougars get the pride, go 1-2-3 here in the top of the first inning. Still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the first. When we come back, you're watching the Averett Sports Network. And we're back here for the bottom of the first inning. First pitch to Jessica Long, and therefore a strike. And Long singles up the middle. So Long leads off for the Cougars with a single. Now to bring up Samantha Hall. We'll see if Long might take off here. And she will be going on the pitch. Throw not in time, and nobody there to catch it either, and it rolls into center field. So Jessica Long gets the stolen base. Pitch was, I believe, a ball. And Long gets a good lead, and Hall takes. It will be a strike. Correction, that first pitch was a strike, so it is 0-2 the count to Samantha Hall. Pitch, little slap hit, and ball goes out of play over the backstop. So they will do it again. Hall coming into today's game, or doubleheader, is batting .366 on the year. And she pops this one up behind the plate, and a good play by Johnson to find the ball and get it for out number 1.
Now batting number 16, Caitlin Heron.
So that'll bring up Caitlin Ahern pitching in this game. And that one misses inside for ball 1. One-0 pitch, and Ahern hits this one down the right field line, but it sails foul. So 1-1 the count to the freshman. Maddie Weatherholt, the pitcher for Greensboro here in Game 2, has a 3-2 record on the season as Ahern hits this one out to second base. Will move the runner to third, but Ahern is out at first for out number 2. So runner at third base for Casey Cook. The freshman playing second base has a chance to drive in a run here and give the Cougars an early lead. Pitch finds the inside corner for strike 1. And Cook fouls that one out of play, so she's in the hole 0-2. Time called by the Pride. Rumley tying her shoe over at third base. So Kaylee Johnson taking a chance to slide out to talk to her pitcher, Weatherholt, make sure they're on the same page, try to get out of this inning without giving up a run. The sun has been out for most of the day, but found its way behind some clouds right now. Wind still whipping around out in center field, now going from right to left. 0-2 pitch on the way and misses outside for ball 1. Cook scored the only run of game 1 and the Cougars 1-0 win over the Pride a little earlier today. 1-2 pitch, and she hits this one into right field, but perfectly played by the right fielder, Melissa Garcia, guarding that line. And that'll be it for the Cougars as they strand a runner at third base here in the bottom of the first inning. Still scoreless. We'll go to the second when we come back. You're watching Averett Softball on the Averett Sports Network. And welcome back here to Cougar Field, live from Danville, Virginia, as we go to the top of the second inning. Greensboro at the plate here in game 2. First pitch from Ahearn, misses low, as Cassie Collins leads this thing off for the Pride. Swung on and hit foul out of play to the left side. That'll find the Cougars bullpen area. That one misses low, so 2-1 the count. Cougars home today, also home tomorrow against William Peace University for a 1 p.m. doubleheader. Then they hit the road, go up to Maryland. As that one misses high, 3-1 the count. Up to Maryland to face Salisbury and Washington College. Then they're on the road some more, all over the place. At Methodist, North Carolina Wesleyan. Then they head down to Huntington and LaGrange. But they finish off their schedule a lot at home. And that one hits the inside corner as Ahearn fights back to make the count full. So 12-game road stretch here coming up for the Cougars, but they return home for 10 straight home games as this one fouled over to the Averett dugout. They will finish the season on the road at Ferrum before the USA South Conference tournament. Three and 2 count to Collins, and that one misses high for ball 4, so Ahearn will walk her to lead things off. And that will bring up Mandy Ballard.
Now batting number 19, Mandy Ballard.
Pitch misses inside. Pitch misses inside, so 2 balls, no strikes. That one in there for a strike as Ballard was taking. Two-one pitch on the way and hit down to first base. Hits the runner. And so the runner will be out as it hit the runner. Will be scored as a single for Ballard, and Collins is out on the 3 unassisted as she was the closest fielder. So that'll bring up Brittany Rush. Ball popped up into foul territory. Ahearn over to make the catch for out number 2.
Now batting number 1, Taylor Little.
So with 2 outs and 1 aboard, that'll bring up Taylor Little. Swung on a miss for strike 1. Another swing and miss. The 2 strikes as Little is in the hole. Ahern fires in, but that one is a ball high and outside. Pitch, and that one plunks a little right in the helmet. That ball flew over the backstop, and it will be a hit by pitch. So time is called. Make sure Little is okay. Doesn't seem to be affected by that. Looked like it just caught the top of her helmet because the way that ball popped up over the screen, it couldn't have gotten her square.
Now batting number 18, Madison Crisco.
So with 2 out and now 2 aboard, that'll bring up Madison Crisco, the center fielder for the Pride. And this one pops up behind the plate. Mackenzie Barrett ranging over, but she will give away to Ahern. Ahern makes the play in foul territory. And that'll be the 3rd out. So still 0-0 is your score. We go to the bottom of the 2nd when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network. And we're back here on the Averett Sports Network's coverage of Averett softball. Cougars at the plate. And leading things off will be the 3rd baseman, Andrea Grant. Grant with some power if she can get a hold of it. And now misses inside for ball 1 on the first pitch from Weatherholt. Sun still kind of hiding behind some clouds here as we hit the mid-afternoon. Wind kind of died down for the time being as the flag is limp in center field. Now misses. Actually, the hit catches the outside corner for strike 1. Swung on a miss for strike 2. That one misses high and inside. That'll even the count at 2-2. The pitch and fouled out of play to the left side, to the right side as Grant stays alive. They'll do it again, 2-2, and Grant pops this one up. This one in fair territory. And the second baseman, Puckett, makes the play for out number 1. That'll bring up Laura Young. Young rejoined the softball team just this week. Was a member of the team during her freshman season. That was the year the Cougars made their NCAA tournament run. Had an injury and sat out last year while she recovered. Takes strike 1 there from Weatherholt. So good to see her back here on the roster for the Cougars. She hits this one into left center field, and a good running play there by Crisco to make the catch.
Now batting number 21, Nicole Coffin.
So that'll bring up Nicole Cawthon. Cawthon responsible for the only run today with that RBI single in game 1. So 1-0 is the count here to Cawthon, the lefty. And pitch on the way from Weatherholt and right back to her. And she'll throw to first base for the third out. So Cougars go quietly here in the bottom of the second. And we're still scoreless. We go to the third when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network. And we go to the top of the third inning here as Callie Puckett leads things off for Greensboro. She takes strike 1. Still scoreless here in game 2. Cougars wearing their yellow jerseys, navy pants. Greensboro in the white pants and black tops. And Puckett leads things off with a single up the middle to center field. Little line drive. Gets her on. And Haley Rumley will come up to the plate. Rumley, the leadoff hitter. Corners playing in on Rumley. She shows bunt, pulls it back, and the ball sails high for ball 1. So Rumley playing third base, looking to get on board here. Pops this one up into shallow right field, actually right on the edge of the grass, and Cook makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Melissa Garcia.
Melissa Garcia.
Pitch on the way, swung on a miss, runner on the move. Throw down to second, and they've got her. Great throw by Mackenzie Barrett. Cook covering on the play for the 2-4 caught stealing. Pitch was also called a strike on Garcia. So 2 outs now for Garcia. Down misses outside. Pitch on the way, that one outside as well. 2-1 the count. Ahearn looking in. 2-1 pitch, fouled out of play to the left side. Two-two pitch, popped out of play again. About the same location. So still 2-2. Garcia takes that one, misses outside for a ball, so full count.
Hey, does Ryan Scarce have a brother?
I bet she does not.
Payoff pitch on the way and misses low for ball 4. So Garcia reaches on the walk. That'll bring up Kaylee Johnson.
Now batting number 6, Kaylee Johnson.
Should really know that because I've known Ryan and her family since I was little, but I can't remember. I don't think she's an only child.
That one in there for a strike for Ahearn.
And they've got like a huge extended family, like practically.
We got our cousins. One of the beat-ups and one of the manager's name was Justin Scarce. I'm like, I don't think Scarce is that common.
Pitch misses low for a ball.
Fulton's common here. I've never heard of Scarce until I got here.
That ball sent out into shallow left center field. Pulliam comes in, makes the catch for the 3rd out. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd, still scoreless. You're watching Averett Softball on the Averett Sports Network. We go to the bottom half of the third inning here on the Averett Sports Network. Cougars at the plate. And leading things off for Averett will be the left fielder, Essence Pulliam. Pulliam, the sophomore, steps in. Pulliam, more known for her defense. She made a couple incredible catches earlier this year. She takes ball one. One of those was last weekend against Emory. She was playing left field, and it's a foul ball. Our ball hit deep to left field in foul territory, and Pulliam ran it down, extended leaping grab for a great play in and out. That she'll hit it over to second base, and Puckett will retire her with the 4-3 putout. Pulliam just laid out for the ball, made a fantastic play. Taylor Hodges, who's at the plate now, also had a fantastic diving catch in the outfield against Emory as well. Cougars with fantastic speed in the outfield at all three positions. Ball fouled over the press box. It's 0-1 count here for Hodges. Pitch on the way, misses outside for a ball. Little slap hit, and Hodges gets that through. And it will be a single for the sophomore. Nice rocket right past the third baseman, Rumley. And she's aboard for Jessica Long as the Cougars go to the top of their lineup. So Long steps in. First pitch taken high. Long 1 for 1, had a stolen base. She'll take a strike there. Not leaving the count. Long got all the way to third back in the first inning, but Cougars unable to get her in. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. That one misses low. Hodges thought about going, but hesitated and goes back to first. Hodges 5 for 6 on stolen bases this season, so she does have some speed. She gets a good jump. 2-1 the count to Long. Pitch crushed, just foul down the third base line. Didn't miss by much, almost stayed inside the bag, but hooked foul just before it got to third base. And that'll make the count 2-2. Long fouls this one over toward the first base side. Giving chase was Ballard, but she's unable to get to it as it kind of trailed off toward the fence. And Long stays alive. Long, Hall, and Ahearn. Is the batting order. And that one misses outside. So full count here to Jessica Long. Quick throw over to first base. Ball gets away on the failed pickoff attempt. Hodges trying to stretch it out to third, and she will. on the error by the pitcher on that failed pickoff attempt. They tried to catch Hodges sleeping over at first base. I couldn't tell if it was just a bad throw or first baseman Ballard wasn't ready for it. Either way, ball went all the way over to the fence, and the speedy Hodges makes her way all the way over to third. Now the Cougars have a runner in scoring position as Long takes the walk. Weatherhold may be a little frazzled after that. She'll take a second to grab some dirt and compose herself. So runners on the corners here for Samantha Hall with one out in the bottom of the third inning. We'll see how the Cougars might play this one. I would be shocked if they didn't send Long to second base. And she does indeed head down there. So now two runners in scoring position for Hall. Corners slightly in on the Pride defense. Hall drops down the safety squeeze, runner home. Ball gets away on the throw. Long will score. Hall all the way out to second. So the Cougars take a 2-0 lead here on the fielder's choice and the error. And now we're going to have a meeting on the mound. We'll take a quick break with them. And we're back here as time is called. So first pitch to Ahearn, fouled out of play. So no balls, one strike, one out. Samantha Hall at second base, and the Cougars lead 2-0 for Ahearn. See if she can help herself out. Crushes this one into deep right field. It's going back, gone. Caitlin Ahearn with a 2-run home run. And the Cougars take a 4-0 lead over Greensboro here in the bottom of the third inning. And for Ahearn, her second home run of the season, 20th RBI. So the Cougars up 4-0. That'll bring up Casey Cook. Oh, 1 pitch, and this one finds a hole over on the left side as Cook reaches. And the inning keeps on going for the Cougars. That'll bring up Andrea Grant. Time called by the catcher, Kaylee Johnson. Go out and settle Maddie Weatherholt. So Grant steps in. First pitch put up and will stay in foul territory. Stay inside the fences, but will be foul as Kaylee Johnson couldn't quite get to it. So 0-1 count to Grant. Ball crushed up the middle. That ball's going to roll all the way to the fence. They're going to send Cook all the way from first. Grant will trot into second with a stand-up RBI double. And the Cougars now up 5-0 on Greensboro. Grant with a little dab out at second base. And that'll bring up Laura Young.
Now batting number 3, Laura Young.
So Young looks at ball one as the Cougars offense has come alive here in the bottom of the third inning. Grant still on second. One out. Time called. Smart play by Young. Call time there. 1-0 pitch. Ball lined foul down the first baseline. One counts to Young. She'll take ball two, low and inside.
Why is it showing up as 2 errors and it was only 1 error?
And this ball crushed into right center field, and that'll drop in. Grant runs through the stop sign, and she scores. So Laura Young on the board with an RBI single to right center field. That'll bring up Nicole Cawthon. And the Cougars lead 6-0 here over Greensboro. Cawthon with an RBI single back in game one. And she'll drop this one down the left field line. It's in fair territory. And she will get a 1-out single. That'll move Young over to second base. Everything just going right for the Cougars this frame. That'll bring up Essence Pulliam. Pulliam led off the inning. Runners on first and second, still only 1 out for the Cougars. Pulliam steps in. Pitch on the way, crushed out to deep center field. That ball going back, but center fielder Crisco underneath it to make the catch. That ball might have gone a little bit further, but the wind just not a factor right now as it was earlier in the day. So that's the second out. Both runners held at their bags, and that'll bring up Taylor Hodges. So Hodges, the lefty slap hitter, steps in. Pitch on the way, and she hits that one. Gets past the first baseman. That's a hard shot. Should be a base hit, and Laura Young coming home. Scores. They will get Coffin. And so the first run did score. So it will be 7-0, but that was the third out. So we're going to take a break here on the Averett Sports Network. And we're back here in the top of the fourth inning. Cassie Collins leading things off for the Pride. Averett scored 7 runs in the bottom of the third inning. Now they lead 7-0. This one popped up in foul territory. And Coughlin makes the catch over there by the fence for out number 1.
Now batting number 19, Mandy Ballard.
So that'll bring up Mandy Ballard. Cougars batted around the last frame. This ball, a little nubber, popped up right to the pitcher, Ahern, for out number 2.
Now batting number 24, Brittany Rush.
Grant ranges over, throws over to first base, and a good play by the third baseman for out number 3. So Pride go quickly, 1-2-3 here in the top of the fourth inning. We'll go to the bottom half of the fourth with the Cougars leading Greensboro 7-0. You're watching Averett Softball on the Averett Sports Network. Welcome back here to Cougar Field. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Averett leads Greensboro 7-0. New pitcher in the circle for the Pride. Cassie Collins is the new pitcher for Greensboro. She was already in the game as the DP. She'll face off against Jessica Long as the Cougars bring the top of their lineup up in this frame. Pitch misses low and outside for ball one. Time called. So 1-0 the count here to Long. Breaking ball. Breaks a little high, so 2-0 the count. Averett looking to sweep this doubleheader to start USA South Conference play. They won the first game 1-0 over the Pride. They lead this one 7-0. That one catches the inside corner for strike one. Good pitch by Collins. Sun creeping back out from behind the clouds. And Long crushes this one out to left field, but right at the left fielder, Brittany Rush. She makes the catch. Good job by Rush to fend off the Sun there. Actually, not sure what just happened. It looks like a legal pitch, maybe? The field umpire called something. Greensboro coach Teresa Pfister out there to talk. Long still has a bat, so I'm guessing that play will be nullified. Pfister still making her case. It was a great catch by the left fielder, Brittany Rush, to battle off that Sun that had popped out. So will be, looks like an illegal pitch. So 3-1 the count, so that fly out to left field will not count. And Long gets another shot in the batter's box. 3-1 pitch on the way and misses high, so what was an out is now a walk. And Long will go down to first base for Samantha Hall, who steps up to the plate.
Number 2, Samantha Hall.
Imagine the Cougars would love to get this one done early. There is the 8-run rule, which goes into effect after the fifth inning. So if the Cougars could score one here and hold Greensboro scoreless in the fifth, the game would be over. Long takes off. Throw down to second base, not in time, and Long has another stolen base. So Hall fouls the ball off in the box on the bunt attempt for strike 2. We'll see how the Cougars play this one, if they let Hall swing or try to bunt with 2 strikes. Long got a good jump at second base. Ahearn up up next here in the lineup. Little slap hit over to second base. That will get the runner. And Hall beats that one out at first base, so
Now batting number 16, Kaylin Parent.
will be a single for the senior. And now the Cougars have runners on the corners for Ahearn. Ahearn blasted a 2-run home run in her last at bat down the right field side. Probably see Hall take off running here, get to put 2 runners in scoring position for the Cougars. And she will indeed. And Ahearn crushes this one. It's going back, but not quite out of here. But it will be good enough to be a sacrifice fly for the Cougars, and Long will score. So Ahearn gets a hold of that one, but just missed it from being another home run. Instead, it is an RBI sac fly for the freshman, and the Cougars lead 8-0. That'll bring up Casey Cook here with 1 out. Hall takes off, and she will steal second. She will head to third on the air by the catcher on the throw. And she is safe. So a stolen base and moved to third on the air by the catcher for Samantha Hall. Puts another runner at third base for the Cougars with Cook at the plate. Still only 1 out. Cassie Collins winds up, throws, and misses low and inside for ball 2, excuse me. And a little nubber over toward first base. That will score a run on the RBI ground out by Cook. So that'll bring up Andrea Grant with 2 outs. Grant has a clear path on the base paths. Nobody on board. Should she reach, we will have a pinch hitter, as it looks like Brianna Murphy will take over the DP slot for the Cougars, with Laura Young leaving with an injury. Now last pitch, a strike to Grant. Pitch on the way, misses for ball 1. One is the count. That one misses outside as well. Cougars lead 9-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Three-one count. Grant fouls that one. Just got a piece of it. So 3-2 is the count. And ball hit out of high in the sky. Will it stay in? It will. And Johnson makes a great catch in foul territory over by the Averett bench for the out. But not before the Cougars add 2 more runs. They lead Greensboro 9-0. We go to the 5th inning. We come back here on the Averett Sports Network. Welcome back to Cougar Field as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Averett with a commanding 9-0 lead on Greensboro here. Taylor Little at the plate. Looks like there is going to be a change coming up right after this. But Little is due up. Looks like number 12. Haley Tickle, who pitched game 1, has grabbed a bat and is on deck. First pitch misses for a ball as Ahearn looks to finish off the Pride here. If they could get 3 outs and keep the Pride off the scoreboard. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Little had 2 strikes on her in her last at bat and then got plunked in the head on the hit by pitch. That one misses high, so 2-1 the count. And the off-speed pitch drops in there for strike 2. Good-looking pitch from Ahearn. Swung on a miss for strike 3, and Ahearn gets out number 1. We'll have a pinch hitter now, and it will be Haley Tickle.
Now batting for the Pride, number 12, Haley Tickle.
Will be Tickle, then back, or then Kaylee Puckett. That one drops in there for a strike. Good off-speed pitch from Ahearn. Another off-speed pitch. That one misses just a little low for ball 1. Cougars trying to finish off a doubleheader sweep of the Pride to open conference play. Play William Peace again tomorrow. That one, ball high. Ball high. They checked down to first base, but said she did not go around, so 2-1 the count. That one in there, hits the inside corner for strike 2. Two-two pitch, swung on a miss for strike 3. Ahearn dealing here in top of the 5th. Callie Puckett will step in. First pitch swung on and missed for strike one. That ball low. Swung on and missed for strike two. Aaron. Well, the Cougars, for that matter, didn't have a single strikeout pitching today, entering this inning, or for the whole day, first game and this game. And Ahern gets strike three, strikes out the side for the Cougars. What a way to finish that off. And I believe that will be it. And the Cougars take game two by a score of 9-0 and sweep the doubleheader after a 1-0 win in the first game. We'll be right back with some stats for you here on the Averett Sports Network. And we're back here in the Buffalo Wild Wings post-game show as the Cougars sweep Greensboro with a 1-0 victory in Game 1 and a 9-0 victory in 5 innings for Game 2. Caitlin Ahern picks up the victory in the circle today, improves to 4-4 on the season. Cougars exploded for 7 runs in the third inning, and that was the difference. They added 2 more in the fourth to end this one early due to the 8-run rule. For the Cougars, they were having a pretty good offensive display here as all but one person in the starting lineup got a hit. Taylor Hodges, the only person with multiple hits. She had 2. She went 2 for 2 on the day. Kaylin Ahern had the biggest hit of the game probably. Had a 2-run bomb to right field. Finished with 3 RBIs on the day. Jessica Long also went 1 for 1, drew 2 walks, and stole 3 bases while scoring 2 runs. So the Cougars' whole lineup doing a lot of things for them today to help them win this second game. So Game 2, our player of the game will be Caitlin Ahern, the freshman. Solid pitching performance, shutting out Greensboro, striking out the side in the top of the 5th inning to end it. Also with the 2-run bomb and 3 RBIs total on the day. So that'll wrap things up here from Cougar Field. Thanks for joining us here on the Averett Sports Network. Cougars pick up a pair of victories over Greensboro. Be sure to follow us on social media and check out the stats at averettcougars.com. Hope to see you tomorrow as Averett takes on William Peace right here at Cougar Field. We'll have coverage of that game right here at 1 p.m. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time here on the Averett Sports Network.
This has been a production of the Averett Sports Network.